start taking some time for yourself. Self-care is so important because you can't give to anyone else unless you're taking care of yourself. So we want you to be able to do that, restore yourself, and that can be forgiving yourself for something that you've done in the past, or forgiving someone else for something that they've done to you. Because forgiveness is for you, not for the other person. And then vision. I love talking about that because vision is when you close your eyes and you visualize what you want your life to be. That's your vision. Remember when we were kids, we used to dream all the time. You could be anything in this world. And I think a lot of us has gotten away from just dreaming. And now everything's about the rush. We got to go to work. We got to pay these bills. We need to take time for ourselves. So I want you to start taking a moment, close your eyes, and visualize what you want for your life a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And just start those baby steps in that direction.
Right, I agree. Like Dina said, we want you out there, visioning what you have for yourself. One of the things I thought about, recently is one of the things I remember being little and being in a youth choir. One of the things I remember is, always loving to sing and, getting away from that as I'm an adult now. I'm thinking about, hey, I wouldn't mind going back in, joining a youth choir, any type of choir. Those are something that I dreamed about, things that I did before. And now here I am older and I'm thinking to myself, I want to do those things again. Yes. So what did I do? I bought myself a microphone. Yes, I did.
we were out. She bought this microphone.
I did. That's something that made me feel good, so it didn't cost much. I was in the store and I said, you know what? I like this microphone. I want to start singing again. So I just got me a microphone and I started singing. And you'll be surprised. That did something for me. That made me feel wonderful. That's something personal that I wanted to do, that I wanted to get back to. And I did it. I just said, you know what? I'm going to get this microphone and I'm going to start singing. And that's what it's about. We want you to nurture your dreams. I told myself, I can do this. I empowered myself into saying, hey, I can do this. I saw this vision of me wanting to sing again, whether it's in the house, whether it's outside the house. I wanted to sing. It doesn't matter. And I did that. And we just want to encourage you, to do the same. Go for these goals that you got. Think of things that you wanted to do, even when you were younger and even now as an adult. And we just want you to tap into that. And, definitely, go out there and, reach those successes if you can.
That's awesome. And I didn't even know that. I remember I was with her in the store when she was talking about that. And she was talking about how much she loved to sing. And I was like, that's great. Now, let me ask a question. Can we get you to sing a little something?
Oh, no. I'm not that empowered.
She don't have the nerve to do that today.
I don't have that nerve.
But Rashida is so right. I mean, getting back to the basics, like for myself, personally, I love to write. My mind is always going. I'm always thinking of things. And I always thought about writing a book. I always wanted to, I love to write poetry and just write down my thoughts. And I'm getting back to that. I'm journaling. I'm writing things out. And the more I write, the more clarity that I have. I have clarity about what I want to achieve in my life, what direction I want my life to go in, because I'm writing things out and it's on paper. And that's the first thing. That's the first thing you need to do is write it all out. Once you have it on paper, then you can start setting time aside for yourself so that you can dedicate time to what's important to you.
That's right. I agree. Like she said, you definitely want to set some time out for you. One of the things we definitely always talk about when we're talking about things that we want to accomplish and goals, that we want to see for ourselves is, making a plan. That's one thing. Like you say, we got so many thoughts in our heads of things that we want to do, things that accomplish. The first step is we want to encourage you to, get a pen and a paper and start writing things down. Once you see things on paper, you'll be surprised of how, fast you want to start doing those things. You start writing them down. You start thinking about, okay, how can I check this off my list? How can I do that? So one of the things that we want to do is we definitely want to encourage you to look within and try to figure out what are some goals and some dreams, aspirations that you want to accomplish. And, we encourage you to sit down, write them out, and, try to think of a plan. And like we said, we always talk about, these plans and things that you want to do and write them down. We want to be here for you to help you. If there's anything we can do, me and Thina always talk about things that we can do to help and give back. We definitely want to be here for your cheerleaders. One of the things we talked about is professional, right?
Yes.
We talked about,
Yeah, because I always say, I used to be this way. I'll go and work, go to certain meetings, and I would be quiet. You know, everybody's talking around me. Everybody has suggestions, and I have them, but had the fear of speaking up because I felt at some point I wasn't good enough, or maybe I couldn't contribute. But what I say is that even if you have your own business, you already knew that you can strike it out on your own. You already knew you can go out and you're going after that dream, and that's great. So we have some people that are actually working for employers, and if you're doing that, I want you to know that when you go into that job, you show up prepared. Whatever brilliant ideas that you have, you let your boss know, you let the big wig know, let them know, hey, I have some ideas that could push this company forward, and that you're sleeping on me because I got some good things that I can contribute.
That's right.
And I want you to be loud, stand up, be empowered, because you're never going to know what you can achieve. You're never going to know what you can get unless you do it, unless you try it, take that chance. I always say you got one chance in life to make multiple choices, but the choices are yours. You have to decide what's important to you.
Right.
And we just want to encourage you to do that. And by any means, we know we all have responsibilities. You know, we have kids. We can't just drop everything and just be nostalgic and go into live our dreams and do all those things. We understand those things. That's why we talk about baby steps. Carve it out a little bit of time in your life just for you so that you can accomplish things that you want to do.
Right. That's right. We want you to have the nerve, like she talked about. You know, even if you're not an employer, you may have always thought about starting your own business. You know, we definitely want to encourage that. You know, we want to encourage you to write those things down. And if that's something that you want to do, you want to start your own business, that's something you should do. The way the world is set up now is so many people out here. I mean, it's so many businesses being created every day. There's room for you. Yes. You know, I always tell people, you know, there's room for you in the world. If there's room for us, there's room for you. So you need to get out there and figure out different ways that you can make your mark in the world. You know, whether it's professional, whether it's personal, it doesn't matter. We want to encourage you to kind of get out there and start, you know, looking at those goals and those aspirations and saying to yourself, I can do this. You know, if I can do it, you can do it. There's many people that start businesses every day. They never have a plan or where they're going to do it, and they just do it. And then it's automatically they have this business. So I always explain to people that, hey, you know, this is something that you can accomplish too. They were no different than you. They started, they had a plan, they had a vision, they did what they needed to do, and that was that. So that's one of the things we definitely, you know, want to always encourage and always push. You know, go for you. Go for the goals that you want to accomplish.
Yes. Now, and something else that's important to us, because we like to contribute to the community. That's our main goal, just contributing to the community, giving back to people that need it. And I want you all to do the same thing too. You know, take care of yourself first, because if you're depleted, you can't give to anyone else. So you have to restore yourself, and that's one of the main parts of Nerve is restoration. There's so much going on in the world right now. For example, we all know COVID is rampant out here. People are losing people left and right. And sometimes it's hard to focus on yourself when your family members and your friends are dying all around you. It gets difficult. It gets heavy on your heart. So we want you to, you know, anybody that you know that is going through a personal trial or tribulation, you know, just be a listening ear for them. You know, give them a hug if they need it. If you notice that somebody is down, give them a kind word. Being kind to someone can change someone's life. I said being kind, the act of kindness can do more for a person than even money. Because how many celebrities we see out here got money? They got money hand over fist, but they still ain't happy. And I know people will be like, well, if they ain't happy, let me find out for myself. Let me get this money and I'll figure it out. Yeah, you'll be happy because you can buy everything in the world. Well, how do you feel inside? What are you contributing to the world? So you will always want to have that thought about that, and just know that you want to always try to give back to people that need it. Even if someone's sick or has COVID, of course, protect yourself. But maybe put a care package on their porch. Write a card. Make a card. Put it in their screen door on their porch, and just call them and say, hey, I just want to let you know I love you, and I left something for you. I have a Facebook friend, and he's probably going to kill me because I want to read something that he posted on his page the other day. And it just resonated with me. When I read it, I immediately wanted to call that family member or that friend that I hadn't spoken to in a long time and just say, you know what, I love you. And it was so positive, and it was all about forgiveness. And remember, I said restoration is forgiveness as well, because when you forgive people in your life that wronged you or that you've wronged, you feel replenished and you can start that relationship anew. But his name is AJ Farrell, so if you know him, let him know. I'm shouting him out today. But let me just read this to you. He posted, and I'm sorry, let me get this up here. He said, a lot of people are dying unexpectedly, and I know that death is a part of life. Before I go, I just want everyone to know that I was always available to talk about any of our differences. I pray for everyone, even those who judge me or don't agree with me. I'm still willing to do it while I'm still breathing. I don't have no hard feelings towards anyone about anything, and I apologize to anyone that I ever hurt. I hope in my heart, I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me like I found it in my heart to forgive others. No more lies, no more pain, no more crying. I've lost so much family and friends, and I'm still dealing with it until this day. If you're reading this, all I want to say is I love you, and I wish you nothing but the best from my heart to yours. When I read that, I was like, this man, he had to sit with himself and say, you know what? I just want to put this out here. Not everybody is strong enough to forgive someone or tell somebody that they may have done wrong that I'm sorry, or even to put that out here. And I know that everybody who read that day took something from it because I did.
Me too.
And I mean, I just repaired my relationship with my dad that wasn't in my life. I had the nerve to forgive him. And I immediately wanted to just call him and just touch base again and just be like, hey, Dad, I'm just so glad that we're talking now.
Right.
So it's just important to just give back, give that kindness, forgive, and just be a good person in the world. Because when you're giving out good, positive energy will find you.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree. I'm big on positivity and positive vibes and positive energy. That was a great post. We talked a lot about that post, and like she said, people are out here struggling. Things are different now. We just want you to have the nerve to make changes in your life. Like this guy said, he wanted to make a change. He wanted to undo any harm that he may have done to someone out there. That takes a strong person to do that. That took a lot of self-reflecting. A lot of time alone, probably spent, thinking of different ways that, he could do better. And that's what we want to encourage. We just want to encourage you to think of ways that, you could do better. If you feel like you have wronged someone or you feel like you may not have been there for someone, when you should have, we just want to kind of encourage you, to get out there and say, people make mistakes all the time. Sometimes it just takes a kind word, a loving thought, and to let somebody know, we're here. So I always tell people, definitely, think about those things. And we always talk about, paying it forward and random acts of kindness, things like that. So we just want to encourage you, if you see someone, like she said, out here struggling, and, we want to encourage you to, go to them and, say, hey, we have a listening ear over here. Maybe you have some things that you're struggling with and you're not sure about. We definitely want to, like we always say, no judgment. We talk a lot all the time. And one of the things we always talk about is we're here. We share through our experiences, through things that, we've been through things that we've seen, others go through. We talk about those things because that's important. You definitely want to, get out there and, talk about those things and, be there for people as well.
Yes, it's very important to do that, Rashida. So that is a good point. And I feel like this. For example, when you're driving, right, we all come to a yield sign. So everybody who's a driver out there knows what a yield sign is. You're supposed to pause or slow down or stop to let somebody else go. So you can't always stop and pause for everybody. You have to go too. So even though life has a lot of challenges, you have to put yourself first sometimes, just so that you can come back and help others.
That's right.
So you can't let everybody go. You can't let everybody have the success. You can't let everybody have the peace of mind. You have to take time for yourself and give back to yourself first in turn so you can give back to other people.
Right.
So we just want you to think positively. I did post, and I love this post. I woke up one morning and it came to me, and I just posted it on Facebook, and it said, "The obstacles that you slayed has prepared you to take the fire from any dragon." And that's so true. You have the power within you to do anything. You have the nerve to accomplish anything. And we just want you all to know that we are here for you. We are your big cheerleaders.
That's right.
If you want to, we have all types of ways to contact us. And we are going to tell you all about that. We have our website, which is at havethenerve.com. And that's HAV3, THENERV.com. We're on Facebook. And you can find us at Nerve. And we're going to have so many things coming up this month, especially since this is Breast Cancer and Domestic Violence Month. Just be on the lookout. We're going to go live and do some special things for some special people.
We got some special stuff.
Yes, we just want to contribute. And we just feel so blessed, and we just want to bless others.
That's right. We definitely want to put some smile on some people's faces. So we definitely have some things coming up. Definitely check us out on Instagram. We're there as well. Have the Nerve on Instagram. We just created TikTok last night.
We did the TikTok.
So we're definitely out here trying to encourage. We definitely want to put some, nice, kind words out there, some good, positive vibes to people, just to encourage you. We also have another thing coming up. We have a coat drive. We have coming up here for the youth. We're out here trying to get, donations. Whether it's gently used coats, brand new coats, or any type of monetary donations, we're more than happy to accept those. To definitely, one of the things we talked about is we wanted to figure out different things that we can do to give back. And one of the things we talked about is how hard it is out here. I was a single mother for a long time. So I definitely understand how hard it is out here to definitely get coats and gloves and things like that for the little ones, especially when you have multiple kids.
Yeah, and
so
let them know about the Cash App. You can donate through Cash App. It's $ Have the Nerve. That's HAV3 THENERV. And also, reach out to us through our email, which is havethenerve@gmail.com, and that's HAV3 THENERV. If you have any new or gently used coats, we'll come and pick those items up from you, or get together and get a drop-off place for you. But anything that you can contribute, we would greatly appreciate it.
Definitely.
We just appreciate everybody. I know Rashida and I, all we're doing is talking about what can we do for our community, what can we do to give back. And we have so many amazing things coming up. You all pay attention to Nerve, and we're going to have the nerve to do what we need for you.
That's
right. We want you to have the nerve to do what you need for you as well.
That's right. We definitely want you to have the nerve to, like we say, go out there, think about it, make a plan, write it down, see the vision. We want to empower you. We definitely are always out here giving good words of encouragement. If you check us out on Facebook, and you'll always see us out here trying to, give good words of encouragement. Positive vibes, because that's what it's about. And like we always talk about, different ways that we could, just be better and do better. So that's the thing that, we definitely want to talk about.
Yeah, and we want to have a dialogue with you all. We're going to actually go live and just take in we're going to have some different topics.
That's right.
We want to hear from you all in the community.
Yes, definitely.
Because, we don't have it all together. We're not perfect at all.
We never say that.
So we might come to you all just for a little bit of encouragement and motivation, but we want to give it to you all too. But we just appreciate the opportunity to be doing this. When we decided on creating Nerve, it was all about you all. It was all about the community.
That's right.
Because as I was growing up, I always had that intention. I never wanted to see anybody hurt. I never wanted to see anybody struggling. And if I can help in any way, I always did that. And I was like, you know what? We're older now. We're a little bit established. We can do a little bit more.
That's right.
We can be focused a little bit more.
That's right.
And let's just go ahead and get together, brainstorm, and just start doing it.
That's right.
And that's what we're doing. We having the nerve.
That's right. So we want to thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate it. And we definitely want to encourage you to what? Have the nerve.
Always. Definitely do that. And encourage your family members and friends to do the same.
That's right.
And we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for giving us your time today. But go out and achieve anything that you want to do today.
That's right.
You can do and you can be anything
you want.
Bye, guys.